Hey everyone, it's Vinny and I'm back with the last Kentucky Derby prep of the year. It's the Grade 3 Lexington Stakes at Keeneland. This is a 20-point Derby prep, 20 points to the winner, 8 for second, 6 for third, 4 for fourth, and 2 for fifth. Currently, the only horse that can get into the gate by finishing at least third here is Disarm. The rest of the points kind of for naught. In reality, I don't think any of these horses besides Disarm will have a chance, even with a few defections like there usually are. Currently, the last post for the 20th position is held by Jace Road, who has 45 points. Nobody else in this field has even remotely close to 40 besides Disarm, who has exactly 40. So really the points are not really meaningful here besides for Disarm. But there are 11 runners signed on today to run in the Grade 3 Lexington, so let's get to it. The first horse I want to discuss is Demolition Duke, one of two in here for Brad Cox. Just missed going 1 mile last time out, but the pace was pretty slow, and he is one who kind of wants to sit back. He gets a jockey change to Flavian Pratt today, and on paper today there is a lot more speed. So I think this is going to fit him quite nicely. It is his first graded stakes start, but he has improved in each of his 2 starts, which is solid, and his 88 buyer last time out fits right in with a bunch of the others in here. He is one I am interested in. I don't currently have the morning lines at the time of recording this, but I'm assuming he should be a decent price, and he will be on all of my tickets. The next horse I want to discuss is Empire Strikes Fast for Bill Mott, and he ended up pulling away in his maiden win over Dreamlight, who finished third in that Wood Memorial last weekend at Aqueduct, and he got a 92 buyer in that race doing so. If he improves second time out, I personally think about a mid-90s buyer probably will be good enough to win the Lexington today. So he's at a 92 already. If he improves that up to like a 94, 95, I think that makes him very competitive in here. It is only his second career start and his first start, obviously, against winners. So it is a little bit of a class jump, but Bill Mott's not one that usually does this. He usually takes the traditional route of goes to allowance, then goes to stakes. So the fact that Mott's sending him right to a stakes race tells me that Mott thinks he is pretty good. So I am going to be using him. He's also one I'm going to keep tabs on because I think as a lightly raced 3-year-old, he could be in for a big summer. Also, his running style from his debut of sitting right off the lead, I know it wasn't the fastest race, wasn't the slowest race, but being right near the pace is kind of where he wanted to be this Keeneland meet so far. So Empire Strikes Fast is another one that will be on my tickets. Now, the likely post-time favorite here is going to be Disarm, who I mentioned earlier is the only horse in this field that really has Kentucky Derby hopes here. He needs to finish at least third to get into the gate. Third would give him 46 points, which is enough to jump Jace Road for that last spot. He is 0 for 2 this year, both second place finishes, kind of distant. I know he has a lot of hype after that Louisiana Derby, where he was the only horse who made really any sort of move to try to catch Kingsbarns. He still wasn't close in doing that, and I know he already has a lot of hype on from people for the Kentucky Derby if he makes it in. I personally disagree. I do think he's a good horse, but he just looks like a favorite in here that I'm supposed to try to beat, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Everyone keeps pointing back to his maiden win at Saratoga as like his potential. The maiden win really didn't have anybody great in it, in my opinion. A lot of the horses coming out of that race, there's a couple wins there, but there's nothing that's fantastic. For that reason, I am going to try to beat him here. I won't be shocked when he wins. I'm still going to use him as a key in my exactas and tries, but as far as my pick 4 and pick 5 tickets, he will not be on there. And also, the other negative I have on him, 3 races this year. Jose Ortiz is now riding. It's his 3rd different jockey this year. I know the jockey, there are jockey carousels sometimes, but I feel like if he was as good as advertised, they would have their main jockey on him. So I'm kind of gonna fade Disarm here. Could be a mistake, but I'm also looking for a price. My top pick in here is going to be First Mission for Brad Cox, who looked very good going around 2 turns for the first time last month at Fairgrounds. Won by over 6 lengths. The break is maiden. He gets Saez back riding, who was on him in his maiden win when he just came up short, going 6 furlongs. He's a Godolphin homebred. I am a sucker for the Godolphin homebreds, but they have very good horses, so nothing wrong with that. He is Triple Crown nominated, but even though I doubt there'd be enough deflections this year for him to get into the Derby gate, but his buyer from his maiden start was a 96, was actually the highest buyer in this field. He did run an 89 his first time around 2 turns, but he won that easily. Like I said before, I think a mid-90s buyer is good enough to win here. I think First Mission could easily get a mid-90s buyer as long as he improves second time around 2 turns, which I think is possible. So First Mission is going to be my top pick here. I am just trying to beat Disarm. So my top pick in here is First Mission. I'm going to use Empire Strikes Fast and Demolition Duke on my pick 4 and pick 5 tickets. I'm going to key Disarm and Exactas and Trifectas underneath. Best of luck if you're playing, and I will see you next time.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track across the country. We're ramping up for the 2023 Kentucky Derby, and we want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to Racing Dudes YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a single video. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.